Before we dive into today's chilling story, remember to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a case like this, because sometimes, the only clue left behind, is a voice on the line. It was 11:58 p.m. on a quiet Friday in Brookhaven, Pennsylvania. Most of the town was already asleep. But inside a modest second-floor apartment on Maple Avenue, a young woman named Angela Park was on the phone, her voice trembling, her breathing shallow. 911, what's your emergency? There was a pause. Then the dispatcher heard her whisper, he's in the house. 3 seconds of silence. Then a scream. Then, nothing. The call dropped. By the time officers arrived 7 minutes later, Angela was gone. No blood. No sign of struggle. Just a phone on the floor, still recording silence. And so began one of the most haunting disappearances the town, and the nation, had ever seen. Angela Park was 25. A recent graduate from Temple University. Her friends described her as thoughtful, a bit shy, someone who always offered you her coat if it started raining. She had just started a new job as a graphic designer and moved into her first solo apartment, her sanctuary. No roommates, just her cat Lily and a few boxes still left to unpack. She was independent, careful, and not the kind of person to leave doors unlocked. That's what made what happened next even more terrifying. Earlier that day, Angela had dinner with her mother, who later told police that Angela seemed distracted, like something was bothering her. But when her mom pressed, Angela smiled it off. At 9:46 p.m., she texted her best friend, I think someone's been watching my window. Probably nothing. Just being paranoid. Her friend, Sierra, replied, you want me to come over? Angela texted back, nah, I locked everything. I'll be fine. That was the last message she ever sent. The call came in at 11:58 p.m. Angela had dialed 911 from her cell phone, whispering urgently into the receiver. The dispatcher asked for her address. She never gave it. She didn't have time. When police traced the call, it took several minutes. Units were dispatched immediately to her Maple Avenue address. At 12:05 a.m., they kicked in the door. The lights were off. Her phone lay on the floor. The screen was cracked. Her cat was hiding under the couch. But Angela? Gone. No sign of forced entry. No open windows. The door had been locked, from the inside. It didn't make sense. There was only one potential witness, Angela's neighbor, Mrs. Randall, who lived across the hall. She told police she heard faint arguing earlier in the evening, a man's voice, she said, deep, maybe angry. But she couldn't make out words. And here's where it got strange. When shown a photo of Angela's ex-boyfriend, Evan Matthews, Mrs. Randall paused. That might be him, she said. I've seen him around. Angela never reported Evan. But her friends knew the story. They dated for 2 years. It started well, until it didn't. He became jealous, controlling. Angela broke it off after he showed up at her job screaming at her in front of her coworkers. He'd sent her a string of texts after the breakup. You think you can just walk away? We'll talk when you're ready. Or I'll come to you. The police brought him in for questioning. He denied everything. I was at home, he said. I haven't talked to her in weeks. His alibi? Watching Netflix alone. No one to verify. And yet, no evidence. No fingerprints. No surveillance footage. Nothing to charge him with. 3 days later, investigators went back to the 911 recording. Audio engineers cleaned it up. In the background of Angela's call, just after she says, he's in the house, you hear a floorboard creak, a breath, and then, a whisper. Don't run. It wasn't Angela's voice. It was male. Still, no match. Voice analysis was inconclusive. But it confirmed what police feared, someone was there. 2 weeks after Angela's disappearance, her mother received a letter. No stamp. No return address. Inside was a Polaroid photo. Angela, eyes open, looking directly at the camera. Pale. Tired. Sitting in what looked like a basement. Written on the back. Still here. Still watching. Police scanned the photo for clues. The walls were concrete. There was a rusted pipe behind her. But no defining features. Thousands of basements in the state matched the description. They searched abandoned buildings. Questioned Evan again. Investigated co-workers, neighbors, even delivery drivers. Nothing. The image was released to the public. Tip lines exploded. Sightings poured in. But none led to Angela. In 2024, a cold case detective named Lena Herrera reopened the file. She focused on a detail overlooked in the original photo, a reflection in a broken mirror behind Angela. Zoomed in, enhanced, it showed the corner of a distinctive tattoo on someone's forearm, a compass rose. It wasn't Evan. It was someone else. Evan's cousin, Tyler Jameson. A known survivalist. Had served time for assault. Owned a cabin, never searched because he was family and hadn't seen Evan in years. When police raided the cabin in upstate New York, it was empty. But in the basement, they found traces of blonde hair. And Angela's necklace. Despite the discovery, Angela was not there. Tyler vanished before they could arrest him. A manhunt began, but as of today, he's still missing. And so is Angela. The case remains unsolved. But her 911 call, those last words, still haunt the dispatch center. They play it for training purposes. A reminder that sometimes, a single call can be the only chance, and even that might not be enough. Angela Park's story remains a mystery. But her voice still echoes, reminder of how quickly someone can vanish, even when help is only a phone call away. If you believe this story deserves to be heard, subscribe and share it with someone who cares. You never know who might hold the missing piece. Until next time, stay safe, stay aware, and keep your doors locked.